Imagine him walking out and then he gets a phone call.
Oh, shut up.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Shut up.
Huh? Okay, now
What
I
is-
quit.
Nah, dude.
All of my own.
Yeah. Like anybody, dude.
So I get this recent booking request to go like teach and judge and do my normal car salesman
Yeah, us too.
in India, right?
You said no.
Oh no, I didn't say
You
that.
said Mumbai.
You said don't insult
I
me?
didn't say that.
You went.
What's that mean?
Hitting nails on a chalkboard.
Oh.
But then the booking request dates is on some JK shoot dates, so I was like, oh, you know, I can't turn my boys down.
Right. Yeah, right.
All the time, dude.
Why don't you go?
You said you couldn't make any dates in one of those months I asked you about.
No, I didn't. You're exaggerating.
One of those, yeah, Ryan knows what I'm talking about. But the group chat I said, "Look, can you get what makeup dates can we do?" And then they're like, I can't make none of those dates.
I remember that.
We had like 3 conversations of how many shoot days we were gonna have in July, and every single time we're like, oh, we haven't planned it yet, we haven't planned it, and then like a week out, you're like, dude, we're only shooting once in July.
So it's
Anyways,
July's long.
Oh yeah, what happened with that?
30 days.
the point of this conversation,
30 days.
That's so funny.
the point of this conversation is because I'm asking Nina, I was like, dang, but it's JK shoot days, but like this pays like 12 times better because JK pays nothing, right?
12 times.
For reals, 12 times better. You should do
You gotta
it.
go to India.
And then she's like,
Can I come?
Yeah, you need an assistant?
And then she's like, you better not fly Air India.
Why?
Oh, because of the airline.
Oh, that's the one that crashed?
But you gotta sit on that seat.
11A.
11A. 11A.
11A.
Just sit 11A.
Is that not crazy
That
to
is
you
crazy.
guys?
What?
The lone survivor
Lone
twice.
survivor.
That is crazy.
Twice!
But they said it makes sense though. Like the
Wait, what do you mean twice?
So like
The Thai guy.
dude, yeah, is it a Thai guy?
Thai singer,
I
yeah.
just know he's Asian, dude.
Who also sat on a plane that crashed, and he sat in the same 11A seat.
Lone survivor.
and was lone survivor of
Is
that.
11A like the best seat?
That's what the experts are saying. They're saying because the way the plane hits, most cases, the
I don't
front
know
side
if
good.
it's 11A on the same.
But how did that guy
Everywhere.
survive? You saw the explosion.
I don't know how
Do you think they're gonna make like the price higher to sit at 11A?
they should. Dude, they make everything higher. They're like, this one has extra room for your bag.
Hey, but then
35 bucks.
You're actually on some good odds because the chances that the same airline will have a crash that soon after is pretty low.
Very low. Except for Malaysian, you know.
They get back to back?
Yeah.
They don't get back to back.
Well, they somehow lost 2 flights.
Yeah, that's tough. Honestly, we came back from, we flew from SF and we came in flying into Burbank. And the way the pilot was coming in, I was like, bro, this guy is coming in fast. He's coming in hot.
You could see it through the window how fast you're coming like that?
Yeah,
you
oh,
feel
yeah.
it. You can feel it. Yeah.
Usually they, they take.
You're like, slow down!
Yeah, and then sure enough, this motherfucker hits.
Boom.
Boom! Everyone goes crazy. They're like, oh god! Even the stewardesses are making jokes on the fucking.
Which airline was this?
It was United.
They were making jokes.
They're making jokes. They were like, oh, that was a little crazy, And then I saw the pilot. He looked like he was like 18, bro. He looked so young.
Wow.
He looked like a baby face. So young.
So
He came out coming in hot, boys.
Ours now. It's ours.
What if he did it on the radio? Coming in hot, fellas.
That would've been
Hang
okay.
On time.
Because at least we'd expect it.
That's gotta wear away at the plane a little.
Bro, for sure. And they were like kind of tripping for a while because it took us a while to deplane because I think they were like checking things out. And I was like, yeah, that's not good, bro. Like my head started hurting and shit. That's all bad.
Like spinal compression.
Yeah, so.
Did you hear about the Air India flight? Nice. This is a talk show, Bart.
I know.
Give us some thoughts.
Moment of silence. Come on.
Taking a moment of silence.
Let him think, dude.
He's still thinking about Q3 scheduling for JK.
No, I'm
He's like, how many days in July?
because I'm always split about it. I'm always like, fuck, like we fly all the time, but then so I do get scared, but then I'm also like statistically it's not as it's like way less than car accidents, right?
Safer than cars.
Safer than cars,
Yeah, you got good odds.
but I'm like, okay, so that's nice that the odds are better, but like I don't want to die.
But that's where the odds are also not better because the odds you're gonna crash are low, but the odds that if you have an issue are high that you will die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't have a fender bender in a car.
Yeah.
And it's so
You can't have a fender bender in a plane.
So you kind of always
Flat
have
tire.
like this battle between odd emotions and logic. Because if someone played Russian roulette with fucking like let's say 1,000 round chamber or whatever, right? They're like, here's one bullet in here. It's better odds than a car crash. You want to play? You're like, fuck no, I still don't want to play.
yeah.
It's just the horrible thought of like how you die. It's that like Smack has like heavy fear of flying, and her thing is that it's just the thought that you know you're gonna crash well before you do. Whereas a car, it's like instantaneous.
Yeah, and the whole time.
Oh, it just happens.
Yeah.
You're falling.
That's what it is.
And then you're with your loved ones. They're just like, there's nothing we can do. Ah.
Yes.
And everyone's just fucking screaming and shit.
It's the torture of like a horrible death that you might even fucking just become a haunting ghost after.
I think it's kind of nice because you don't really get a chance to say goodbye, but in a plane crash you do.
Not if there's no service.
My
Well,
God.
you leave it on the fucking cloud, bruh.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It uploads when you die.
Oof.
Okay.
Once you land, once you get cell service.
Wait, so Nina really doesn't want you to fly?
No, she was just like, don't fly Air India,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm being serious.
So what are you gonna fly? Air Pakistan? I will be pilot for Pakistan.
what will you do for a country? What will you do for Pakistan?
I will be pilot for Pakistan.
We'll go to Anthony Lee's dance seminar.
Are you really considering going or not going or no? Or you already made up your
Right
mind?
now, I told them if they can't adjust some dates and stuff like that, then I for sure can't go.
So it's more of a scheduling thing.
Yeah, it's more
versus a safety thing.
Yeah, no. I mean,
He flies
for
all
her,
the time.
of course, you know, any excuse to like keep me grounded or keep me in the States is like gonna be a win for her. For me, any excuse to be like, hey, like, I'm not gonna getting booked for dance jobs at my age. It's like it's going to slowly dwindle.
So you're trying to maximize all of them.
So how did they find you? Did they see like a old Kinjaz clip and they're like,
Bro,
this is hot.
you know what though?
This is very hot. We need to get him. This is so hot.
Bro, aren't they gonna like kiss your feet?
Came here to destroy India.
Dude, they
Wait. Say it again.
Dude, these guys will kiss their feet and
So how does that work out? How does that?
It's a sign of respect.
So you first, no, show me the whole process. You get there, you.
Do they take off your shoe and then they go,
Honestly,
Mumbai?
last time I was there, they like put like
Let's say a city.
for lack of a better word, like turban type of like wrapping on my head.
This is like fresh off the
They had
plane.
people, no, once I got to like the event, they had people like dressed in traditional garb with like the, you know, the symbols and all the beautiful music and stuff like that. And then they like ushered me in, everybody was clapping. And then students just came by and started like, not everybody, but like it's a really high sign of respect when they like are willing to kiss your feet and stuff. I was like, this is one of the
Barefoot.
no, I had my shoes on.
So they kiss your shoes?
But it was one of the most beautiful culture shocks I'd ever
I
experienced.
thought they would take your shoe off and kiss your bare feet. That's what I thought.
What'd you do in return? What are you supposed to do if they do all that like crazy?
He's
Say thank
levitating.
you and just
Conduct.
be honored with gratuitous energy.
So you would say you would deny this job? You would like pass it over because of?
Well, I'm not going so I can get my feet kissed. It's more that
Kiss your feet if you do JK. We'll kiss your feet.
it's more that there's a schedule. I'm already working here, or I already have JK that I committed to. But it's also if the price is like I'm an idiot for like not going, then I have to go.
If it's 12 times, you better go.
You should definitely go. What are you thinking?
I need other scheduled things too. Okay, actually here I'll disclose this. Here's the other thing. Missing JK, like if I have to and it's logically sensible from a money standpoint, then like I will go. And thank you guys for always being able to cover. But the one thing that I would miss that's like I really can't miss because this is to me is a once in a lifetime experience is that my buddies Chad and Jolene, they asked me to be at their son's baptism because I'm gonna be a ninong. So they asked me to be a godfather, which in Filipino culture there's probably like 4 or 5 godmother fathers and stuff like that.
It's just performative. We don't really care about that.
But like to me that's like a first time honor that being asked by a close friend. So I'm like, I'll go to your baptism, you know.
Dan, you would give up a job like that for baptism?
Yeah, for Chad and Jolene.
That's big. Yeah.
Is Godfather kind of like, hey, if we out, like you're gonna be in charge, right?
So
is that like,
Yeah, you would take.
Yes, but like I also know that in Filipino culture, like they have like a lot of godfathers and
everyone got to
godmothers.
pitch in?
Does he have a lot, or is it just
It's
you?
for backup.
Yeah, it's. I think it's. No, he will. I don't have any godparents because I wasn't raised Catholic like that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, ironically though, like for example, my sister, who also has a Filipino husband, who baptized her children, all 3 of them. I think we're just like on the book as like godparents, but that's also because we're like legally in the trust as like if something should happen, like legally.
So you are the godparent to your sister's kids?
Yeah.
That's tight.
I think godparents is like the term because like she married a Catholic husband.
Yeah.
Whereas ultimately for me and my sister who were like more raised Buddhist, it's just like, hey, is it cool if I put you and Nina on our trust?
To be a Buddha hoe.
A Buddha dad.
Yeah, that's the point. But bring it back to it. The Air India crash was a really, really insane thing. I saw this one meme. I don't know if you guys saw it, but this one dude was doing a clip about the aftermath and then seeing like the plane in like the building. Did you guys see that?
Yes, dude, that was really funny.
That was really.
It's not.
What happened?
Yeah. Ryan, you explain.
Tell me what's so funny about an
Because
airplane crash.
he's analyzing. It's not funny that he's analyzing the crash, right? So the plane, when it crashed, it like ended up smashing through a building, like when it exploded and everything.
Damn.
But it smashed through like a tiny ass, like Adobe looking 2-story building.
What
and
the fuck?
And the shit didn't even collapse.
Oh, what?
And he's like, and he's talking to himself. You know, like the like IG clips where like or TikToks where like somebody's like talking to themselves as if it's like two different. And it's like, whoa, like it didn't even collapse. He's like, yeah, it's crazy that this building didn't collapse. He's looking at this giant plane.
It's like a regular ass, like looks like some dude just built it solo.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating all the way back to 2019.
That's right. If you click on the link down below, you can join our Patreon, join us on the Discord, come chat with us directly, have a fun conversation.
And this will help support the channel's growth and new ideas. And also tap into our closer community by joining our Discord and get the opportunity to suggest video ideas like the ones you've seen. Thank you guys. Join our Patreon, help us out. Thanks.
See you guys there. Say hi to me.
Plane is this. I just saw the plane crash actually. It's horrible. This is my first time seeing it.
There's like a couple clips out, and some of them look way more crazy.
200 something lives lost.
270.
Oh my God.
And they show that dude just walking away from the plane.
There's a video of him walking away.
Yeah, he's walking away.
He was in walking condition.
Yeah. There he is. They said he's just walking away, dude. So he got out before that shit exploded.
I'm guessing also 11A seated just basically right next to the exit.
It's close.
Well, like,
dude, 11A is sweet. It's the perfect spot.
It must feel like to walk away from like 270 people died.
That mad survivor's guilt.
Yeah, it can't be like a good feeling, even though it objectively should be.
This is the beginning of Final Destination 3. That's how it starts,
And I
right?
think like comparatively,
It's gotta be a good feeling. It's gotta be like, yes.
I think it's supposed to be, but I feel like it's probably oddly not.
What if he took the opposite route and he's like, that's me, I'm him, I got out of there, everyone else died.
Who do you think you are? I am.
I'm him.
He flew by himself. Yeah.
oh dude, he just goes Bruce Willis Unbreakable. He starts testing whether or not he's capable of just like enduring everything.
Yeah, but imagine he's
does
walking
that
out
mean?
and he,
Tim Robinson.
dude, it's India. Imagine him just walking out, trying to figure out what the fuck just happened, and the car just.
That'd be so fucked up.
It's India.
I thought you were gonna say, imagine him walking out and hella people are like, teep, 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 teep.
Oh no.
No,
I
no.
don't think that's what he thought he said.
Well, imagine him walking out and then he gets a phone call.
Oh, shut up.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Shut up.
Huh? Okay, now
What
I quit.
Nah, dude.
He gets scam called right away. Scam called. Hey, what was he flying with like family and stuff?
Right, that's what I was wondering.
He probably wasn't like a solo.
Dude, that's
like
so
that's
sad.
freaking.
I would want to die with my family. I don't want to be the only one alive.
Nah, for real.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
That's ultimate survivor's
You
guilt.
Geotyke on a plane, you would rather just freaking.
Than to be, survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
There,
Just take
there
me out.
is that one family. There's that one family that like had just like the dude like or the girl the mom just quit her job or something. So the whole family.
Oh
three
yeah,
kids,
they all moved from England.
Yeah, all 3 kids like were on that plane and as their first trip to like leave India to like go work like in London or something like that. Yeah, that
Well, what happened there?
whole family died.
Except for the dad.
Do they know? Do they know what the malfunction was with the plane?
He's like, I didn't know that building was gonna be.
The driver was driving with his feet.
They suspect the plane may have been
Jesus,
using an
Joe.
emergency power generator, but a thorough investigation is still taking place, and apparently, or logistically, I think they have like 30 days for one part of the investigation and then 12 months for it to be fully reported.
So what's the initial one?
Something about it being run on a generator.
So it must have like lost power.
It was only up for 40 seconds.
What?
40 seconds?
So it just took off and then went back down.
Like that plane first came down, landed, got refueled, passengers blah 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 for like 2 hours, whatever. It takes off. It's in the air for 40 seconds.
And that's what happened? Oh my god, that's
What do you mean it was running on a generator? Like one of those Honda Rebel generators in the back of the fuck?
Dude, they might
Fuck India, come on!
get your shit together.
Get your shit together!
The job of the plane's engine is to create electricity, which produces thrust to propel the plane forward. If that fails, the RAT or RAT, I don't know, can deploy automatically to pick up the slack, while it can also kick in if there are issues with the plane's electric motor pumps or the instruments in the cockpit. Pilots can also manually activate the RAT if needed, and this typically occurs when someone flying the plane believes that both engines have failed. But the engines may falter for a wide range of reasons, such as fuel problems or bird strikes, but they said that both of them malfunctioning is extremely rare, so both of the engines just happen to malfunction.
What the heck on the first? And that's crazy because don't they do like full like safety check right before you take
That's
off?
the thing, they probably didn't do it right. So imagine that one day he said, you know what, I'm not gonna do my maintenance check today. That one day, that one dude that was.
But they're supposed to do it every day.
Well, but then remember it was like. Remember, it wasn't the employees; it was the actual company that was just trying to save money. Like from the, remember when they found all these like planes that weren't even supposed to be taken off? But it wasn't that the employees were lazy; it was that they were being instructed not
They
to.
weren't buying like the real parts.
Yeah, they were getting knockoff shit.
Yeah, like Boeing would have like their version of OEM, whatever, but they're not buying them. They're just buying like replacement parts.
They bought a 3D printer and then they at the airport they're like, "Yo, this is gonna be it's the same."
They
shit.
had Tyco make the
Yeah.
parts.
Hey, wait, was it a Boeing though?
They had a CNC machine, dude.
That's an engine.
They're
I
just
think it's a
making their
Boeing
own
engine.
things.
Guys, it was a Boeing plane.
I think it's a Boeing engine, yeah.
Remember the whistleblower, the Boeing one?
Yeah, and he just
That got
Doofies.
that decided to just kill himself out of
waxed.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Not even kill himself, but he got cheesed.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Cheese.
I think I'm willing to believe that a lot of crashes happen because of the same way Disneyland crashes happen. It's like just they're trying to cut corners on maintenance to save money. That just seems so common.
Yeah.
The richest companies do that. The poorest companies do. Everybody does
Boeing
that.
787.
Oh man.
Or human error too. Just one guy decides to be a little bit lazy that day.
Why does it say 270, but then it says 241 somewhere else? Let me see. At least 270 dead, suspect, yeah.
Damn, that's a lot of people.
Damn, to be the one guy though, man.
They were there for 40 seconds
Bro,
and
that
they just
building is
dropped.
really up there though. Look at that.
If you were the only survivor, would you feel immortal? Would you fly ever again?
No,
I don't know if I would.
I don't know if
bro.
I would ever fly.
I would never fly.
I think that person should have lifetime business class on all planes.
That would probably make it okay.
I think they Air India committed to roughly comparable $110,000 to each of the families for funeral costs and stuff and compensation, and then the guy who survived, I think they're just committing to his medical expenses.
You guys remember the plane?
Would you like? I'd rather die
Hey, but
because I would have
medical,
money.
medical could be psychological long term.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it in India though.
$1 million per family.
Do you remember when the,
National though, even though he's an Indian guy, he's a British national, so
he probably got
maybe knows
Google.
how to use the system the right way.
there was a plane that flipped over in the States, right? They all got like 30K each.
No, that was Canada.
Was that Canada?
Yeah.
No, that was Denzel Washington was a pilot.
Oh, yeah, but they landed upside down.
That was Canada that went down.
Got it. And they got 30K each.
Yeah.
30K.
Is
What
that-
about
is
the one that
enough?
got hit by a helicopter
They were fine.
with the fucking ice skaters?
That was Washington. Yeah.
They were fine.
Yeah.
Story on that is crazy.
Yeah, the story is interesting.
Supposedly, more reports came out, and she was really instructed from her former her co-pilot to fly down lower to avoid the plane. But she's
Oh, she didn't listen? Is that what happened? So they have audio of the person saying like get lower.
that's I don't know, but that was literally the report, and that came after everything else. So it's a recent report.
Damn.
Maybe she was training so she didn't know how to go down, and then she went up accidentally.
Like when you hit the gas, that'll break.
Yeah.
My aunt did that. My aunt did that and ran our whole garage door down
For real.
when I was a kid. She thought she mixed up the pedals.
Damn.
Sole survivor.
Dude, he looks not that bad for a plane crash survivor.
That fool just looks like he went through a UFC fight.
yeah. For real.
Like that one girl
He
that's
looks
all
like he's
messed
not
up.
there though. right? Like his eyes look like he's just not there.
Probably saw fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, for real.
That's pretty good.
See flames and shit.
He's fucked
You know,
up
like
forever.
when you have adrenaline after certain things, your body's just in pain, but it doesn't know. That's
true,
And it's
yeah.
like,
And you're
And then
also
you lay down.
out of the experience. You're just like blinded.
yeah.
That is true.
And you're surrounded by all these Indian kids trying to sell you bread and toys.
I just
and all
hope
that
this
shit.
dude could even live like a normal life after that. You know, like who knows if he just jumps at every like sound.
So yeah, seat 11A is next to the emergency exit in Boeing 787.
Bro, people can be clawing for that seat now.
That's the one we take it in.
11A.
Really?
We do 11.
An 11A
So
guy?
you and Tiff both sit on top of each other.
Extended leg room. So that's
Hey, do you guys do that? Do you before when you book your seats? Do you look at the layout of the plane?
Yeah.
Because you know what sometimes shows up on the website is different from the actual.
Oh,
plane.
really?
Yeah, because
Which airline?
all of them.
Really?
Because like let's say like you have 4 seats like that, right? But on some websites they don't show you if it's next to a bathroom. It's just numbers.
Yeah.
So it looks like a square grid. And then you don't know if it's by an emergency exit or anything. But if you type in the exact flight number with which plane they're using, you can see the layout.
Oh,
Damn,
And you'll
that's a
be
lot.
like, I look at it, yeah, but then dude,
reference.
sometimes I'm like,
You need it though. The
yeah,
best.
I don't want to be next to like you think you got a good seat and then you get there and you're like, wait a minute.
I don't like being next to the bathroom.
The
Yeah.
best seat best seat is right behind first class. 7A,
Yes.
7A,
I know exactly what you're
7C,
talking about.
7B.
Why do you say that?
But those are priority seats though.
Yeah.
I think first class is a better seat.
I think the pilot has the best seat actually.
You're talking about the one that's right behind first class, but then it's still it's in between economy, right? And then there's like a bar, and then there's like 8 seats in the front. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you know what the best one is on the side where there's 2. So you got premium economy, right? But it's your pod. So it's only like 2 people. It's very intimate. Very, very intimate.
I like the seat that folds down against the wall, and then the flight attendant sits on it and goes, "Put your seatbelt on."
They got the worst seat because they can't even recline. They're like hella upright.
That's horrible.
While turbulence is going.
And they have to get the phone too.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to be sleeping anyways.
Do you think like
And you're like
whenever-
knee to knee with them?
Yeah.
And you're just staring at each other?
Yeah, you're looking right at them. Do you think like whenever there's turbulence, the flight attendants are really quick to be like, "Oh, it's okay, it's just a little." Like, that's gotta be rough for a plane that actually goes down. Do you think the whole time they're just like, "It's okay, guys, it's okay"?
I just watch their facial reactions to see if it's actually extreme turbulence or not.
You know a movie I just randomly watched? It's called Plane with Gerard Butler on Netflix.
Is it good?
It's just called plane.
Yeah, it's called Plane. It's surprisingly really entertaining. And it's with who's the black dude from the Marvel Defenders show?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
No.
Lateef Crawford.
Is that his name?
The captain
Shut up,
dude?
you're lying.
We're a guy.
You're weird.
Shut up, dude. Don't ask me those questions.
Fuck, what's his name? His
He's
Luke
every
Cage.
franchise.
Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke
It's the
Cage.
Luke Cage actor.
Oh.
Mike Coulter. Anyways, it was surprisingly really entertaining, and it's a similar thing where Gerard Butler is a pilot, and then he takes his plane up, and then some shit happens. It gets hit by like a lightning bolt or something in a crazy storm, but the logistics of him being like, hey, there's a giant storm, should I like go this route and stuff? He's like, no, but we only have a few passengers. We need to get the plane here because it's gonna cost us $18,000 more if you add an hour of flight travel, blah blah. So like they talk about these things, and then when the plane starts kind of like hitting crazy turbulence, same thing. The flight attendant, lead flight attendant or whatever, is kind of like runs to the cockpit and is just kind of like, what's going on? But like it's still telling all the passengers to calm down. Oh, it's like I'll check with the pilot, blah blah blah. So they like play it cool, but then they like learn that something devastating is about to happen. So they have to go out and deliver devastating news in a really cool way. Like not saying we're going down, but just saying everybody please remain seated and keep your seatbelts fat. You know what I mean?
Shit's
So it's
about to hit the fan.
just that situational like.
I always assume they're lying to you a little bit.
No, but if you want bad news, you want it from black people. Like I think they'll know how to deliver it really cool.
How?
How? Like, how would you do
They'll
it?
be like, "Oh, we're out of time."
What the?
Dun-dun-dun.
Hey, sugar, you're gonna want to sit down for this one.
Thank you, Nick, thank you.